Welcome back to another episode of Eyes Up Here. I'm your host, Lindsay Palos, here at the Focus TV studios with a very, very, very special guest. He's a comedian, host, dad, funny-ass guy, Bert Kreischer.
And I would say the inspiration for your podcast.
You are definitely, I say that. And
oh, you do not say that.
Oh my God, check all the interviews
I
do.
Can we curse on here? Just don't.
Yeah,
say
shut
fat.
the fuck up.
Just don't say fat.
Don't say fat.
Yeah, I remember when you did my podcast. Well, I think we met this time of year like 2 years ago.
No way.
Yeah, because
That's wild.
Because I'm only home roughly around this time, so it's where I can go and do podcasts.
Yeah.
Or like, unless it's my buddies, then we try to jam them in like on Tuesdays. But I remember coming over to the Laugh Factory. We were doing what's his name's
Todd Shapiro's
show.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, I follow you. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So Bert had me on his podcast, which is a big fucking deal. I didn't realize at the time because I didn't pay attention to anything.
It was so
in life.
great. It was so many things you did that day that were that literally. I remember you showed up in workout gear, and I was like, we got a camera, and you're like, cool. And I was like, oh, I love this.
And a baseball hat.
Yeah. And my wife still to this day was the funniest thing because at the end of the podcast you left, and I said, my wife goes, who was that? I go, Lindsay Palos. And she goes, wow. And I said, yeah, she's gorgeous, isn't she? And my wife, I love my wife. I'm love my wife more than anyone has ever loved a wife. I love her too much. But she said in the most vulnerable, like, I just met you girl eyes. Like, like back when we first started dating, she went, do you think she's beautiful? And I went, oh my God. I was like, no, babe. And
tell
then,
her
of course,
I
I
suck.
breaking her balls. I was like, she's not beautiful. She's perfect.
You
She's
asshole.
perfect.
No, you should have told her that I fucking smelled or that I talk funny. You're an ass.
No, and then I told her I was doing your show today, and she goes, wait, is she the beautiful girl? And I went, yeah, really.
Aww.
And then I said, it's weird. We've been texting back and forth. I think she has a crush on me.
Don't you
and
dare.
My wife's like, but you think everyone? I go, we haven't been texting back and forth.
Don't you dare.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah. So, but I'm so glad you're doing this. It's so cool.
Me too.
I see clips of this on Instagram.
Oh God.
And I see clips of this online, and I'm like, God, that's what you're supposed to do.
You literally told me to do this, and that's why I did it. It took like a year or two later, but I did it.
My podcast and doing podcasts has changed my life.
How?
I just sold an entire world tour, sold out, I think 80% of the tickets. I added second shows to 80% of the venues.
Oh my God.
And it's all directly based on my podcast, doing Joe's podcast, doing Tom's podcast, doing Joey Diaz's podcast, doing your podcast. Doing podcasts, I think it's an extension of social media. So,
Yeah.
by the way, I got to be honest with you and pay back a compliment, is that you talked to me about Instagram that day, and you talked to me about the way you looked at it as a business model.
Yeah.
I have grown my Instagram since I met you by 500,000 people.
So do I get that?
100%.
I did that?
Remember, I shot that video of me running in slow
Fucking
motion.
love that video.
I shot that because you went, yeah, Dan told me this, and I looked at it and I was like, yeah, this should be production. It should be put some time into it. And so I hired a kid to shoot that video in my backyard, and I edited it. I had so much fun. And then I just was like, I'm shooting on myself, and so I started shooting on myself. It's been a game changer. I love it. I love Instagram. I'm like an Instagram whore.
You are?
Oh.
Are you selling tea yet?
No, selling tea.
Yeah, that's like the shtick. It's like if you're an Instagram girl.
Oh no, I won't. Yeah, I can't.
You can have Fit Tea. I feel like you could do a great ad for Fit Tea.
I would love to.
Fit Tea. I'm always fucking yelling at Fit Tea on this podcast too.
Really?
Hit us up. Yeah, they pay well.
I showed my Butcher Box for my podcast read. I have Butcher Box, one of my
I've heard
sponsors.
of it.
And I did a story with Butcher Box in, and I know you're supposed to let people know it's an advertiser.
Yeah.
They're not an advertiser, but they do pay for my podcast.
Yeah.
And Butcher Box hit me up and they're like, "Oh my God, you put us on your Instagram?" And I was like, "Yeah."
You're welcome.
Yeah, they're like, try broiling those salmon with a little bit of rub. Anyway, but yeah, it's so. I think if you look at this business as a student, as like someone who wants to grow, like we're in the middle of a negotiation for a movie right now, and they're like, "What do you want out of this?" And I was like, I'll tell you what. Number one, whatever serves the project. I want that. I want the project to be great. Number two, I want as much as I can get. I want to learn everything. If you can let me, I want to do everything you can let me do.
Yeah.
And if you walk into everything without arrogance, in more of like a I want to learn kind of way, that just is so. It's like when I became an executive producer on my Travel Channel show. I remember other hosts being like, "You gotta watch dailies. You gotta watch the," and I was like, I was like, I remember going like, okay, and then I said it to my cameraman. They're like, you don't need to watch dailies. You know what? If you just hang out and just pay attention to what cameras we're using, and how we're miking things, and then I was like, oh yeah, and so I left that show with almost like a master's degree in television.
Sick.
Yeah, and so that's all I want to do is I'm 46, but I want to just keep learning. You know?
I like that. I feel like it takes a competent person to be like that too, to be open to learning. You would think the opposite, like someone confident wouldn't have much to learn. But I just feel like it shows like, like I don't know shit about this, so teach me.
Yeah.
I hired this guy to come teach me how to podcast at my house.
For real?
Don't necessarily understand how to do it, but I hired a tutor and he came to my house, like pulled up GarageBand. I was like, what the fuck? I have it like filmed on my phone.
Yeah.
I'm not the best.
No, I did the same thing with podcasting. Like I just went in and I was like, Tom Segura told me, he taught me how to podcast. He like, this is what you need. Get all this stuff. We'll bring it to your house. And then we put it up in my house. And then literally, I did like 9 podcasts before I did one. And then one day he just hit record and he goes, this is your first podcast.
Oh, you did practice ones?
No.
You did 9?
I did practice ones.
You were on 9.
I did practice ones. Like I would record it and then I go, it's not good. And then I record it and I go, it's not good. And then it was on an Easter. Tom hit record and he's like, this is your podcast. Don't overthink it. Just post it.
Cute.
And I was like, done, son.
That's fun.
It's been, but yeah, this business is like, I walked in here and I'm looking at everyone's doing a photo shoot. And I was just saying, you forget that this business is so vast.
Yeah.
Like photo shoots make me so uncomfortable.
Really?
Oh.
You looked really good in that running video, but
oh yeah.
I don't know if that counted.
I lost.
Why do they make you uncomfortable?
I don't know. Posing makes me uncomfortable.
Honestly, I feel like men just don't feel like they're allowed to go for it because society, like, oh, you smize, you're fucking lame, like you're like feminine, you know?
Yeah, well, I think any guy. Well, we were talking about this earlier, but there was, I wasn't raised in like the good group of dudes. Like I'm 46. I was raised where you're not supposed to show your feelings.
Right.
You're supposed to be masculine. I said to someone the other day, I was putting on my clothes. We were getting ready to go do a show. There's another comic in my hotel room, and I said, I don't even know if I never picked these clothes. Like these are the shackles of heterosexuality. Like you just dressed like in whatever straight dudes wore.
Polos and khakis.
Yeah, and if you ever took a chance, your friends made fun of you, so you're like, I don't want to take chances.
Right.
So, and like no one my age ever posed for a picture. No one, you needed a camera. You needed a legit camera.
Yeah.
Like now that they're on phones, you find it's a little different. My daughters have no problem posing for photos.
Right.
Young boys have no problem smiling for a camera.
Maybe.
Dude,
my ex had an issue with it.
For real?
He wanted to really be like an Instagram blogger boy. Like he wanted to, and I was like, you have to fucking go for it. Like you have to post a selfie of yourself. You have to fucking take a shirtless pic.
Bro, none of my friends, to this day, they mock me for Instagram stories.
Really?
Joe Rogan mocks me for Instagram stories. Mocks me.
I like your Instagram stories.
You're a grown man with children. Live your life.
No, they're fucking funny.
Dude, I have
the last time I watched it, you were at like a barbecue thing, and you remember when you were like somewhere?
I was at a barbecue. I remember.
You're like at a barbecue festival, and you were just eating barbecue. I was into that shit.
Instagram stories really work, in my opinion. When you tell a story. Like people forget that the story's in there for a reason.
Yeah.
If it has an arc, like a beginning, middle, and end, or if it's a little tiny bit. Like D'Elia's stories are really good because it'll be like he'll make fun of a guy at an airport. Like, dude, what's up with this shirt? You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah, his are funny.
But if you do an arc of a story, like I'm trying to think of the one that did really well the other day. It was something with my daughters. We were doing a prank on someone.
Oh, fun.
And so you set the prank up, film that. Going to the prank, film that. Do the prank, film that. And then walk away, film that.
Do you follow Chelsea Lynn? You know Chelsea Lynn? You don't? This is going to be like your favorite girl.
For real?
Yes, she's a comedian. Chelsea Lynn. She plays Trailer Trash Tammy.
Let's put air quotes on that comedian.
No, you're going to fucking die.
Oh, wait, hold on. Does she do stand-up or is she just a funny person on Instagram?
I have no idea. No, the way you're even talking, I swear to God, you're going to be like
Chelsea
her biggest
Lynn.
fan. Look at this bitch. And it's funny because like this is who I want to be best friends with.
Really?
And I think people would have this persona of me, but like this is
Chelsea
her.
Lynn Pizzola?
Like this is her.
Oh, I know her. I know her.
She's
I definitely know
great.
her. Wait, what's
Oh,
her?
but she had an Instagram story where she was like waxing her asshole. And she had her friend wax her ass and then she waxed someone else's asshole on the Instagram story.
Let me tell you something. 17 years ago, I did that on television.
Where? Wait, on the Travel Channel?
Yeah, no, on FX. It was Talk Soup Clip of the Year.
Okay.
17 years ago, I got my ass waxed at a place called Pink Cheeks in the Valley.
I think it's still there.
Is it really?
I think so.
What was
I might have
crazy is
Googled.
that it was like huge. It went around a lot of.
Your asshole or the
Cher got a copy of it and sent it out as Christmas presents to all her friends.
Wait, who?
Cher.
What?
Cher.
I hit a golf ball in her backyard, but that's a whole. I'll tell mine after some years.
I want to go to yours.
No, I want to go to yours.
The only thing was that the only people that went to Pink Cheeks at the time, this is before waxing is what it is now. I mean, it was blowing up, but it wasn't like not everyone was waxed.
Right.
Was porn stars and playmates all knew me. Like I'd go to I remember being at the House of Blues one night, and these girls were like, "You're the wax the winker guy." I was like, "Yeah," because she was like, "Roll over, time to wax the winker."
Oh my.
And I got on all fours, and she. I mean, it looked like I was getting assaulted.
How did it feel? What did you say? Anything fun?
I
You loved it.
I loved it afterwards. I wish the only difference is your farts are a lot louder. Like because when you're a guy
Really?
with hair, it kind of muffles a fart.
Yeah,
But when
that's
you have just two bare butt cheeks, they kind of clap like.
Oh my God, I hate that noise. I'm in a new relationship, and it's like that's the worst thing that can happen. Should I just tell this story?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm in this new relationship, and I went to this guy has like this cute little like beach house like in Huntington Beach, but it's like really thin walls. It's like very beachy.
Yeah.
Just like chill. It's not a house. It's overdone. It's not like where I could go use the bathroom like down a hall. And the other night, like we were chilling, and I drank like Coca-Cola. And I guess like the air bubbles like made me fart, and I farted in the bathroom. So I was in the bathroom.
You have to make an excuse of why you were farting.
I do. It wasn't like a smell either. It's just like air. I like to say that I aired. I didn't fart. I aired because it was air.
Yeah.
So I aired in the bathroom, and it was so fucking loud that I was like, look, he heard me. Like, there's no way he didn't hear me.
Yeah.
And I feel like the worst thing to do is like if you both heard it, like not talk about it. So I was like, all right, I just like mustered up the courage, and I walked out of the bathroom, and I was like, all right, look, press conference, I farted. Okay. And I think that you heard it. And I just want to let you know, I still am amazing and beautiful. Like I still love myself, and I still think I'm the best person for you.
What did he say?
He fucking ragged me for hours. Like he didn't even get, and I was like, look, you really have to tell me like it's okay and I'm beautiful. Like I'm going to die. But he just.
Wait, has he never farted in front of you?
No, not
What
yet.
does he do in the mornings? He just wakes up?
I don't know.
Dude, I rip farts onto my wife.
Really?
Just rip them.
When was like the first time though?
First time I farted in front of my wife?
Yeah.
I tell you what, I don't remember that. I remember the first time she took a shit in front of me. I was in the shower. We hadn't shit in front of each other. We had 2 kids at the time.
2 kids and you never
I had seen her
had?
shit in public. I had seen her shit in public. Like she was, because she's not in public, but like when she was giving birth, she shit on the table.
Did she?
Yeah, I had seen, but it was like it's surgery.
Right,
that's
that's the
trauma.
thing.
One time I'm in the shower, and I'm taking a shower, and all of a sudden I feel like I'm cleaning a cow. I just can't get the smell off me. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then I hear my wife tear something out of a magazine, just, and I go, are you shitting in here? And I looked over, and she's just sitting legs together. I'm having tummy problems. And I was like, I'm fucking showering. Like, you can't shit while I'm showering. That defeats the purpose.
Yeah, that smell is like, that's tough.
Yeah, so, but yeah, I don't remember the first time she farted. She's been farting a lot lately.
Good for her.
Yeah, but we're like, she's 48, so
Yeah.
she's going through perimenopause.
What's perimenopause? You mean like premenopause?
No, I think it's called perimenopause.
What's perimenopause?
I have no idea.
Are you sure?
I swear to God.
Okay. I feel like sometimes I love when men like mispronounce girl shit.
I always say stuff that you're like someone will say something, I'll bring up a fact I know about it.
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't think that's right. If someone said something about Sam Cooke, I go, he got shot raping a woman. And they're like, what? I was like, I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Everyone's like, that's a really big accusation. I go, I don't know. Google it. You got a phone in your pocket.
Oh my God, that's awful.
I know half that, and I'm dyslexic. So like sometimes I'll read things and I'll think it and I'll say it, and then it's not what I think it is. Like I was doing a radio show one time, and this guy, I used to drink boxes of wine and work out.
Nice.
And I put it on the treadmill and then just drink a box of wine, watch guys diners, drive-ins, dives, and then. And I said to them, they brought in a box of wine. Mm-hmm. And I was like, ooh. And I read it, and I go, Chablis? I don't think I've ever had Chablis. And they're like, really? I go, yeah, have you guys? And they're like, I don't think I have. So we drink a box of wine, this Chablis. And we love it. And we're like, get another box of Chablis. And I grabbed the kid the box, and he looks at the box. He goes, you mean chillable? I go, that said chillable the whole time? He goes, yeah, that's chillable. I was like, yeah, chillable then. I'll take chillable.
And Chablis.
Yeah, Chablis.
You would never even believe I had a similar story when I was a child. My dad took, I was a child once.
Yeah.
But you looked at me like, what? You were a fucking child?
I always, you know what's crazy is I see hot women, like I say hot women, like Chelsea Handler, Nikki Glaser, are the only two I can use examples of right now, but they post pictures of when they were younger, like
and they
14,
were cute. Chelsea Handler is like stunning. Stunning, yeah.
And then you go, I'm looking at a picture of a child.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck's wrong with me? I know her as a woman, but I'm looking at a child.
It's okay now.
Yeah, anyway,
it's like once you're legal, like it's okay.
You were a child.
Oh yeah. So my dad, I was at like a Mexican restaurant or something, and I was like, "Look, Dad, like I know how to say like it's time." And he was like, so there's this like neon sign on the wall. Yeah. And I was like, for Chardonnay. The fucking neon sign said it's time for Chardonnay. And I was like, for Chardonnay. So I had like the same story.
Wait.
He'll still tell me about that.
Story for story with this. So one time I'm getting high with my sister in Tallahassee, and we're on a balcony, and my sister says, I know Tallahassee's like a Indian city because it's the Seminoles, and the Seminoles are really big, and it's the team. She goes, what do you think Tawawe means? I said, what do you mean? She goes, it's written on the parking lot, just real big, Tawawe. And I go, you mean Towaway?
No.
I could give you 9 of these from my sister.
I love those.
One time we're walking through New York, and she goes, every door says no menace. No menace. What does that mean? Is that like, I go, no menus?
Wait, why does a door say that?
No menus. They say it all over New York because they don't want you to put menus on their door because it's just basically trash.
That's some shit I didn't even know.
Yeah. I remember the hardest I ever laughed with that my sister was there was a bar in New York back when I moved there called Polyesters, but the way it's written is Polyesthers.
Yeah.
So my sister reads, she goes, what's polyethers? I looked at it and I was like, I don't know. What is polyethers? And so our waitress comes up and we go, what's polyethers? She goes, you mean polyesters? And I went, oh. And then my sister and I kept going, sorry, no food. Can't have food in here. Take a third. Where's polyethers? Come on in.
Just stick with it.
Oh God, I laughed so hard yesterday.
Why?
I was doing
that's the loudest truck I've ever heard.
I know you guys would think you'd pick a tad bit better of a place audio wise. Jesus Christ!
I hate when things are loud. My dog is barking. Anyway.
So I have a cooking show called Something's Burning. It's online, and I have Brian Regan and Tom Papa in, and we were telling stories. We're telling jokes our favorite comics said, and Brian Regan goes, by the way, this makes me giggle so hard. He goes, did you ever hear Robert Schimmel's joke about Siegfried and Roy? And I was like, no. And he goes, after Siegfried and Roy got attacked by the white tigers, they're like, someone had the balls to say, how does that happen? And Robert Schimmel goes, oh, I'll tell you how it happened. You're a tiger out in the jungle, and you get caught with your brother, and they take you, they put you in a plane, they fly you to Vegas, they spray paint you white, and you got to share the stage with 2 gay guys who are in love and don't pay any attention to you. And then one night, one tiger looks at the other tiger and goes, this all ends tonight.
Oh my God, that's awful.
I was dying laughing at the idea that a tiger would go, this all ends tonight. Oh, I love giggling.
Me too.
I could giggle. I think that's why I like marijuana.
Really? I did smoke a little weed this week. I don't know if I've ever told anyone that.
Really?
On camera, yeah.
Why?
So here it is. Yeah, I don't know. You never know if someone's going to give you shit for it. But yeah, I'm in California. I've smoked weed.
Do you worry about, like, not your persona, but, like, the way you're perceived by people?
Totally.
For real?
Yeah. I was telling you, like, I'm like a white blonde girl. Like, if I do some fucked up shit, no one's going to save me. No one feels sorry for the girl with, like, huge tits. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? I don't look like someone you're going to feel sympathy for at all. I'm like a girl you're going to, like, burn at the stake.
That's sad that
that's just my thing.
that comes into the equation these days. Mm-hmm. That, like, people go, oh, he's a straight white man. You're like, well, no, I'm just a person.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have any, like, I mean, I think you have to admit life's been at times easier for me based on what I am.
Yeah.
It just is.
Yeah.
And that stinks, but I have compassion in my heart for everyone. And so, like, it stinks that you would then go, oh, she's a hot white chick. Fucking let's light her up.
Yeah, fuck her.
You've probably gotten that online a bunch.
And in real life. People fuck with me in real life.
Really?
Oh my God. Yeah, they do.
How?
Lately I've been having like an elevator saga where these people have been like fucking assholes to me in the elevator of my own building. The last one, I was rushing to go to this event and my heel wasn't buckled because I was going into like an SUV, and I get into like the elevator and there's like 4 girls and they are laughing. They're looking at my shoes and laughing at me. They don't make eye contact. They're literally just laughing at my feet as I'm going up. And I was like, yeah, my shoe's untied. I'm fucking busy. Like, I have a life. But it's shit like that all the time. One told me the other day, it was like, I told this story on Instagram, but it was like a Monday morning and I'm wearing a dress to a meeting and it's like down to my knee, but it fits well. I'm wearing it well. And this fucking asshole takes out her headphones and she goes, "Are you going to a party?" Now, it's 10:30 on a Monday. You know I'm not going to a fucking party. And what you mean to say is you're just like whore. But you're like, and the fact that you said that like that instead of just calling me a whore, like you just put that out there, you fucking asshole. I was like, I would much rather you call me a whore because I'll be like, oh yeah, probably. Like don't fucking like because she wrapped it in a smile. That's what I can't stand.
Shitty.
But yeah, people are just mean to me all the time though. But it's fine.
I kind of I was had this epiphany the other day where I was like, I said, I think I've used the word epiphany twice today, but I have a low threshold for epiphanous moments.
Epiphanous. I actually like that word.
It's a beautiful word.
I was reading your Rolling Stone article and I couldn't understand what one of the words was. It was like chagrin?
Chagrin?
Yeah, what the fuck does that mean?
Much to my chagrin.
Yeah.
That means like as much as I don't want it to happen. Am I using that right? Is that how it is?
Do you know, Andy? What's chagrin mean?
Are you not even listening to us?
I don't think he is.
How the fuck can we be doing a podcast and you're like, I'm sorry, were you guys talking?
Dismay. Okay, that was quick. Dismay.
Yeah, much to my chagrin. The word I thought you were going to say from that article that I had to look up the day that article was written about me was totemic.
Okay, what the fuck
Bert
does
Kreischer
that
is
mean?
a man of totemic proportions.
What does totemic mean? Just
It
like
means
epic? Yeah.
Epic. Like,
Who
a
wrote
totem
that?
pole. Eric Hedegaard.
Is that like your book? I need to talk about this because I didn't even get to this. So you guys, if you don't know Bert, he's like super famous comedian.
I don't know about that, but
yeah, you're pretty famous. You got a Netflix special. I think that means you're famous. Like I don't know if you didn't know if you were famous yet, but then like once you got a Netflix special, I'm pretty sure.
Netflix special was a bit of a game changer.
Yeah, I think you get like a ribbon that's like, oh, you're famous.
As soon as you do a Netflix special, it really changes your profile because
yeah,
being on the front page of Netflix because you're on the front page for a week.
Yeah,
and longer if you're trending.
And they pick that. Like that's up to them, which is big.
Yeah, and that is walking through New York, and everyone's like, "Oh, what's up, Bert?" And you're like, "How you doing?" And then once your show's been on Netflix for like 4 months, that's when like you're like, literally at one point you're like, did everyone watch it? Like I was in Spokane last week, and I got recognized 25 times just walking through the mall, like 25 times.
Wow.
And so, but yes, so I don't know if I'm famous, but I'm selling some good tickets. So
I've decided you're famous.
I'll take it.
And once you get like 500,000 Instagram followers too.
Yeah. Well,
you're there.
Yeah. So wait, what were you gonna say about me? I forgot what it was.
Fuck, I forgot. Oh yeah. So your rise to fame essentially is 1997.
Yeah.
Florida State,
Florida
right?
State, yep.
With the Seminoles. I was doing my homework. They were voted like the #1 party school in America. Mm-hmm. And somehow this whole article was about you being the #1 partier at the party school in America. How the fuck did they find you? Like, how did that happen?
They were trying to write an article about the school. And so they wanted like,
and your name kept coming up, didn't it?
Yeah, the guy called like 5 different people, and they each said, you got to hang out with Bert. He's been here a while. He knows everyone.
Oh my God.
So then the guy, Eric Hedegaard, called me, and I was in the middle of a bong hit. And so he was like, hey, I'm looking to see the school and party a little bit. And I exhaled, and he's like, I'm sorry, you taking a bong hit? And I was like, I am. He goes, I found the right guy.
Oh my God.
He came with me, stayed with me for like a week, and we partied and hung out. And then he went to write the article, and it was too broad a subject. Mm-hmm. And so it was... He just whittled it down. Like, let's just make it about this kid, and it changed my life.
Wow!
Like, I don't think anyone will ever get. I mean, there are different portions of this. I wish everyone could get that experience once, just to have your life change overnight. Where it's like, I was the most famous person in the school immediately. Oliver Stone optioned the rights to my life. All of a sudden it was like, I'm gonna try stand up, and then when you say I'm going to move to New York, everyone's like, that's a great idea. Like, as opposed to like, don't do it.
Yeah, hell no.
And so, and it changed my life. And I'm very grateful for that article because I don't know what I'd be doing if it had never happened. I don't know if I would ever had the balls to just get into stand up.
Oh my God. I was just thinking too, you're one of those people, you're probably like a terrible role model because everyone's going to be like, oh, well, I'm just going to, no, but like, it's going to happen for me. Like, I'm just going to party my dick off and then someone's going to notice. And then I'm going to go be like this famous comedian. And then I'm like, you know, I have Netflix specials and I'm lit now.
I would be a horrible career counselor and just been like, oh yeah, just keep partying. Shit on a pizza box. That's what I did. Yeah, shit on a pizza box.
Yeah, I read that you shit on a pizza box.
Put an apple in your pants, get on the treadmill. Yeah, and then it'll work itself out. No, I always say this. I'm the luckiest man in the world. I am more lucky than anyone you've ever met in your entire life. I am the luckiest man in the world. I mean, if you just, if I die today, I've had the greatest life. Oh, knock on wood. I don't want to die
Knock
today.
on everything.
But yeah, and it just doesn't make sense that I'd be here. First of all, I think there's a few things that I'll say that like I really love comedy, and when I found comedy, meaning like I got discovered by Rolling Stone and then got into comedy. And when I first moved to New York, I was obsessed. I was like, this is amazing because I love laughing, and I was like, oh, this is. Every night. You got to realize for like the first 6 months, I didn't do any stand up. I just sat in the back of the clubs and died laughing for 6 months. Died
cool.
laughing, and just like.
How'd you pay the bills?
My dad
nice.
said to me, he goes, because I was going to go to grad school, and it was like that was the only other option I had. It was like, I guess I'll go to grad school or something, or move to Aspen and work at a ski lift. Yeah. And I said to my dad, I want to move to New York. My dad said, I'll help you out. He goes, consider this your grad school. I'll help you out. I'll help you get a place. I worked at Barnes & Noble, but my rent was $800 a month, and my dad paid my rent. And I paid for everything else, but you didn't have anything else. Moved to New York, all you had to pay for was rent.
Yeah,
I was still under his health insurance, I think.
Nice.
And so yeah. And
you hear that, Mom?
Yeah.
Just invest in your kid if you think she's gonna go far.
Yeah.
It can come back to you. Do you like pay for his shit now every now and then?
My dad.
You buy dinner? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
No,
Mom.
Yeah.
Give me some money. My mom I never went through that phase where like my mom gave me an allowance. Because I'm from Louisiana too. No one really cares if I do anything.
Oh yeah.
They're just like, oh, just like as long as you're surviving.
Yeah.
Go live in a mobile home and have kids. Like they don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I remember the first time I made more money than my dad, and he was like, I was like, hey, what am I supposed to do with this? He's like, I have no idea. My dad had money.
Say, give
my dad
it to
was
me.
a fucking lawyer. He was like, I don't know.
Oh, that's.
He's like, I never had that much money at once. I guess get like a business manager. And so yeah, I've had business managers my whole career.
Thank God.
Yeah, thank God.
I was afraid that I was gonna win the $1 billion lottery. Like I was like, I just thought like I'm gonna win.
I already know what I'd do if I won.
What would you do?
I would give the vast majority of it charity.
Yeah.
And then just get enough, like $10 million.
Yeah.
I could live off $10 million.
Hell yeah.
And be like, give it all to charity and be like, hey, I'm a good person. Go see my stand up. I'm going to talk about horrible shit.
That's genius.
And you get a pass. You can say whatever the fuck you want. They're like, he can give $100 million to charity.
That's a genius plan, actually.
I have a deal right now. And there's it's kind of confusing, but there's a marketing budget that's encompassed in the deal. And someone's like, so what are you going to do? Open a production company? And I was like, no, everything's working now. I think I'm going to give it to charity and just be like, hey, it's Bert Kreischer. I got, $1 million for this marketing budget. Instead of starting a marketing thing and production house, I'm giving it to charity and shooting everything on my iPhone. And then just be like, but I'm saying horrible shit on the road this year.
And you have to let me.
Yeah, but I don't ever really say too bad of stuff.
You
on
don't
stage.
say bad shit.
I don't. I mean, I'm a regular like everyone else, but like.
No, I think you're a little bit better than regular.
I'm not. I don't go. I go maybe dirty, but I don't go. I don't talk about race or.
You don't make people feel bad. Which is cool.
Well, the thing is, like, I was like, this is a perfect example. I have a joke in this last special that I told about. I think it's in this last special about saying that I'm not homophobic, that I'm a homochondriac, that I don't care if you're gay. I'm just afraid one night I'll get drunk and you'll trick me into it. I'll like it. And that's, but I think,
and that's a fact. That can happen.
Every guy,
my like, bestie Peter will tell you that's a thing.
Every straight dude has never looked at gay porn. I saw gay porn once for like 45 minutes.
Wait, you've never looked at gay porn?
I saw one definitely for like 45 minutes. I couldn't turn it off. I was like, Jesus Christ, these guys know how to suck dick. I was like, women need to take notes. That's how it's done, ladies. The fuck are you guys doing?
Yeah, we're nothing compared to.
Oh my God.
Gay
Me and
porn.
my buddy watched it one night and we could not turn it off. We're like, and then at one point you're like,
you and your buddy are.
Yeah.
That's when you're a homochondriac.
Yeah, me and my buddy, we're in a hotel room.
Yeah. Oh shit. Now it's a bit far.
And he's a big famous movie star.
Who is it?
I can't
tell me.
I can't say
Let's watch gay porn just to see what it looks like.
And so, but the joke was based off that moment because I was like, that's why straight dudes don't watch gay porn. Is they're afraid they're gonna like it. That's their big. It's not.
Aww.
Yeah. Oh. I said on stage, one time, I go, hey, you ever watch gay porn? The guy's like, oh, no. I go, you ever seen the thumbnail for one? Mm-hmm. And he goes, huh? I go, like on Pornhub, when you go to the thumbnails, it's like blondes, brunettes, Asians, and like you get to the gay one, it's the most respectful one ever. It's just two guys kind of holding each other.
Yeah.
Like they're like, hey, we should go shopping later. They're not like cream pie is disgusting. And you're like, and I go, I go, why don't you ever watch out? You're a curious guy. You've seen them all, right? He's like, yeah. He's like, why don't you click on that one? Because every guy's afraid their dick is going to go, oh shit, that's my jam.
Oh my God. Now you make me want to try it out with someone.
So whenever I talk about anything on stage, I try to be empathetic to the person, but I try to side with the person you think I'm not going to side with.
Oh, I like
think
that.
People look at me and they're like, oh, he's a bro.
Yeah.
He's definitely, he's gonna light him up, Bert. And I'm like, no, you got the wrong guy. Like if I do a joke about race, I always take the opposite side of what you think. You know,
I like that.
Does that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And so that's why I think people don't see me as too dirty or too raw or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, it's like some of my friends just like say shit and you're like, yeah, that's playing to the brand. I always say I'm not brand friendly.
Yeah.
Like what you think I am, I'm the wrong guy. I love my wife. I don't cheat on my wife. Everyone's like, huh? What?
Love that.
Yeah, I've only had sex with 6 women. That's it.
Really?
Yeah, see? I'm
Really?
against I'm just a regular dude. Like I'm not a sex guy. That's not my thing, really. Like I'm just not good at it.
Yeah.
So it's like the first time I did it, it was so fucking bad. Like it was
How
like
old?
17.
You're in Tampa. I'm surprised you've made it to 17.
17
That's
years
like
old.
the strip club capital of the world. I know a lot of slutty people from Tampa. And you were saying Dan Bilzerian was in your mom's first grade class, by the way, to tie this all in.
Went to school all in army gear.
That is so him.
Yeah. Like and my mom's like, that kid has not changed at all.
That is wild.
And was intense as fuck, my mom said. As a first grader, was
Really?
intense. Yeah.
Oh, he's still pretty intense.
Yeah, he is.
He's been wearing suits lately. He looks good.
Yeah.
I texted him, I'm like, are you getting hot? You're getting like hotter now?
I haven't
off.
followed him in a while. I've been seeing I don't know how Instagram
He's back
works.
on it.
Was he off for a while?
Yeah, he took a break. He had like a normal girlfriend. They were like cute, looked in love, and then he started his whole weed business. And he told me, he's like, I'm back, and he's like, and this is all about the business. So he's just back, and it's like girls everywhere. They're all like 20.
That's great. God bless him. You know.
Yeah.
I feel like
fine.
he serves a purpose that it's like fantasy fulfillment. Like you look at him and you go, yeah.
I like looking at him because it's like you watch movies and cartoons and it's like that can never be real. And then you meet someone where that's real and it's like, oh, fuck, like this is cool.
Yeah, I like when you don't see the separation of the person in the stage.
Yeah.
Like I want that. I do that a tad bit. Like who you see on stage is who's off stage. There's no filter. I say what I'm saying, you know, and that's who I am. I live a little loud sometimes. But I like that about Dan Bilzerian. He was one of the first guys that I was like, oh, he's interesting to follow on Instagram. But you can't tie your life into his because you're like, I think some people go, one day I'll have a private jet. Private jets are really expensive.
Yeah, they're a pain in the dick.
Dude,
it's not
flying
worth
on a
it.
private
I don't even
jet.
think, I like commercial. I like fucking first class shit.
Dude.
Like JetBlue Mint. What's more fun than that? You know.
Well, flying on Qantas first class.
What's Qantas?
It's the flight to Australia.
Wow, I'm not cultured. I've never been there.
Oh my god! You never been to Australia? I'm going.
My buddies are there right now.
I'm going on tour there in June.
Do you like it? Do you know Celeste Barber?
No.
I love her. You don't know Celeste Barber?
No. How do you?
I know the weirdest. I'm surprised you don't know that.
Are so different than your circles.
Oh my god!
Like who you follow and who you're into is not who I'm into.
Fuck! You need Celeste Barber.
Who's Celeste Barber?
Oh my god! I've already plugged her on here. She made fun of me on her page. I was so into it. She is this Australian
Chelsea
comedian.
Lynn.
She's blowing the fuck up.
Celeste.
She redoes she kind of like recreates all these like
I've seen
viral.
her. She recreates the picture.
Yeah,
I've seen her.
And she has like a hot husband, and she's just funny as fuck. I fucking love her vibe.
She's got 5.1 million followers.
Yeah,
Actor, comedian, writer.
Oh look, this is her with
CelesteBarber.com.
fucking Tom Ford. This is you guys need to collab. That would be like a dream.
I don't know if I could collab. I don't know that.
Is that the appropriate? That's what Instagram people say. We say collab.
Whoa.
What?
Celeste Barber is doing Cobb's Comedy Club November 9th. Sold out. Orpheum in Wichita. She's like a legit comedian.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I think you fucking love her.
USA tour. I like Celeste Barber a lot.
See
that's what I get hung up on because the moniker comedian gets thrown around a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, I know. Yeah.
And then it kind of dilutes what a comedian is.
Yeah.
And
what do you think it is?
I used to get upset when they call Will Ferrell a comedian because I'm like, no, he's funny, but he's not a comedian. Like comedians stand on stage with a microphone and then talk for an hour.
Yeah.
And then when the internet blew up, I was like, okay, Will Ferrell's definitely a comedian, but these kids who just have a channel and dress as a panda, they're not a comedian.
No.
But then Celeste Barber's a legit comedian.
Yeah. No, she's a legit comedian.
See that, and there's the other thing. There's the other part. part of me goes, if you're a comedian, you got to hate your life a little bit. It can't be all perfect. You can't just sit behind a camera and be like, "Hey guys, welcome back. My name's Philip DeFranco." I mean, nothing against Philip DeFranco.
No shade.
But he's not a comedian. But people will go, "Comedian Philip DeFranco." And you're like, no. He's not a comedian. He's a personality.
Yeah.
And I don't think Philip DeFranco would ever call himself a comedian.
Yeah.
You have to hate your life. And this woman's hating her life. She is on tour hard as fuck. She's going to be at the Rex Theater in Pittsburgh, December 14th. Late show added. This woman's a fucking legit comedian. Dude, shout out to Celeste. Shout out to Celeste Barber.
Yay, good.
When I'm in Australia, she lives in Australia?
Yeah.
I'll hit her up. I'd have her on. See,
so
I'm not
cute.
good with a collab, but I would love to have her on my podcast.
That's what I mean by collab.
Oh, really?
What do you think collab means?
thought-
Like
like
for
when the-
Instagram people, it's just like doing anything together.
I thought it was a collab was when like it was like
Like you make a T-shirt together.
no Vine. Remember Vine?
Okay, no, we are not
Where you
doing
come
that.
over to my house and we shoot a bunch of funny vines.
Thankfully, I've never done a Vine.
Do you know what I got on?
I know all
today?
those people.
I got on Periscope. I haven't done Periscope in forever.
I've never done that. I've never been ballsy enough.
Oh, my Periscope was my favorite thing on Periscope was to find people and then share it with my fans. Because one day I was like at the top of Periscope, and so I got like 80,000 followers, and so I would follow someone and share it of something I found interesting. Usually it was like chicks smoking weed. My favorite ever, is this probably like a 13-year-old black chick, right?
Okay. Yes.
What you do is you go on the map and you just hit red buttons. Anyone who's live, right?
I've never done this.
Oh, I'll show.
You taught me Google Trends too, and now I'm gonna learn like Periscope.
Google Trends is.
I love Google Trends.
I'm gonna Google Trends myself against Celeste Barber, and
But that'd be fun. And Google Trends me against all these Instagram people you think have more followers than me because they don't. They bought that shit.
Here, let's do.
That's what I love to use.
Here, let me show you real quick how Periscope works.
Oh, this is fun.
This is the
People.
So what I do is here. Do we have a? I'll show it right here. Can you see that? So what you do is you go on to the world part, and then you see the world, and you just look for these red dots. See these red dots right there?
not
And then
a lot
you
of activity.
click on 14, and it says what they're doing. It has a little picture of what they're about to see.
Yeah.
So I do that, and if I find someone good, I share it with my fans, and then we all go there. And usually it's like someone smoking weed or answering questions or a bunch of Arab dudes in a van, and they're singing songs, and then we jump on, and then they get excited because they see all of a sudden they're like, I have 4,000 followers. What just happened?
Oh my God,
And then
cute.
they realize it's me. Everyone talks about me, and then the guy goes, oh, and then we get him to say the machine in Arabic or whatever.
Gee.
Anyway, so one day I go on, and is this like probably I'm gonna say 14-year-old black chick, hair all froed out, and the title was, I'm about to kill me this burger, right?
Okay.
And all the picture is her like this, and at a table, and a burger sitting in the forefront, right?
Okay.
She's just staring at the burger, and the camera's on a tripod, just her staring at the burger, and she looks at it, and all you can see is her eye movement, right? She's looking at the burger, looks at her camera, looks at her burger, looks at her camera, sees her numbers go up, her eyes light up like this. She squints like she's thinking, because she's watching the numbers cry, and she goes, oh, hell no, Bert Kreischer. Blocked, and blocks me. I go, oh my God, I just got lit up. And then she blocked everyone. This is a private Periscope for her and her friend.
Oh
of
my
her
God.
about to murder a burger. I was like, oh my God, I swear to God, I wish that girl hadn't blocked me, because I want to follow her every single day. I want to see what she's doing every single day. One of the most interesting fucking people. All right, let's Google Trends me.
I'm
Celeste
about to
Barber.
kill me this burger.
I'm about to kill me this burger. And
with a tripod.
I was so fucking into that. Then some of them I followed, and we shared it. What?
I want to do one.
I'm going to Google Trends me and Celeste Barber.
I'm excited about that.
One of the ones was this girl.
No idea.
I forget her name. I still follow her, and she just smokes weed every morning. She wakes up and smokes weed, and so every morning I wake up, I just follow her. I just hit her up and share with my fans, and we became friends. Like she would be like, hey, Bert, what's up? I just watched your special. Like I ended up knowing this person.
Oh my God,
so,
weird.
She lives in New York, and I know the restaurant she works at.
No, you don't.
So, yeah.
Have you
she
met
talk
her?
about it.
I'll die.
I'm going to go into a restaurant. She's a hostess there. I want to go into a restaurant and be like, what's up? And her go, hey, what's up? And then me and her could sit and talk for an hour. I've never even met this woman.
I love
just
that.
watch her smoke weed, watch her go through a breakup. Like, it's crazy. The internet blows my mind sometimes.
I love that.
Google Trends. Here we go. Now, if you don't know about Google Trends, I'll tell you about it right now. Google Trends is basically a representation of how people are finding you online. I'm saying this to those listening and those watching. So if you go to Google Trends, you click on and you type in someone you really are into. Like I always type in my name to see how I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because like I'll do radio. So like for instance, I flew around the East Coast to do radio, and I wanted to see how the radio affected, like if people were listening, and then Googling me.
And you can do it by region too.
And you can do it by like if you do Rogan, you will get a huge spike because everyone listening goes, whoa, who the fuck's Bert? Not as many now because I think some of the people know me from that.
Yeah.
But like when your Netflix special goes out, huge spike. So I'll type in my name first, and then we'll see my spike, and then we'll go to Celeste Barber. By the way, if you're Celeste Barber and you're watching this and you're like, whoa, what the fuck? Why me? Okay, I like you, and I think you're a good comic. And I think I'm almost certain your spike's going to be much higher than mine.
I don't know. You guys are really popping at the same time.
Let's do 2004 to present. Okay, here we go. Adding Celeste, but this is the drum roll because remember we did this, and you Googled another Instagram model you have beef with.
I fucking kicked her ass.
And
she had bought 2 million or 3 million followers to like look like she has more.
Yeah.
Now I'm organically caught up and about to pass her, and she hasn't bought extra. And I'm like, so you're just gonna let me like? Oh my god.
Buying them?
Yeah, people can still buy them. You can buy comments. It's so embarrassing.
You can buy comments.
I'm like, I didn't buy these tits or these followers.
Celeste?
Celeste.
Celeste.
Yeah, I compare myself to this girl who was on Dancing with the Stars because I was like,
would you do Dancing with the Stars?
Totally.
Would you?
I would do anything they wanted me to do if they paid me.
What would you do? Would you do porn?
No.
Would you do?
Yeah, no, because honestly, that would just, if it could elevate things, but I think it would just de-elevate things.
Hold on, it elevated everything for
sex tape, but
Kardashian.
But
would you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Back then, now it's done.
If a sex tape of you came out, how would you react? Would you be like horrified, or would you be like, we need to get in front of this?
I don't have one, so I would definitely sue. I would probably have to like call the police, because I don't have one.
Have you ever let a guy videotape you and him?
No, I'm thinking about it right now though. I'm seeing someone new and I'm like, we should. Okay.
I mean, I just would never do that because when you break up, people hate each other and then they're like, fuck her.
Let's post this video.
Oh,
Okay, look, this is her shit. Look, this is her alone. So there's some significant stuff there.
There. Now we'll type in Bert Kreischer. BERT.
By the way, if you're listening to this, I got that new phone, like the iPhone Max or whatever. They put a beauty filter on the front-facing camera, so I haven't posted shit for like a week because I look like an oil painting.
Yeah.
So don't buy it. Like, don't buy it. Some people look good with it. I hate it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm just bigger because of my special.
Yeah, probably.
But that's all.
But she's still big.
I'm gonna hit her up. Celeste, if you want to come do my podcast when I'm in Australia, I'll be there the 19th. I'll be in Auckland the 19th, and then all through Australia until the 22nd. Or the 27th.
Thank me later.
Yeah, I can't wait. She makes me laugh. I've seen her.
Yeah, she's dope. I'll post for both of you.
Yeah, I love when people share people they like. Yeah, I like celebrating people.
Me too.
Like it's.
Can I show you one more?
Please.
I'm the fan. I feel like I'm a fan of like cool fucking people.
Okay.
And people would think I was a fan of like, no offense, but they think I was a fan of like Candace Swanpole or like a Victoria's Secret person.
Oh, okay.
And like that's just not my style. This is another girl I fucking love. Okay, she's a singer. Oh God, I have to. Look at this lady. Okay, she's a singer. She sings like badass shit. This is her.
I think I might. I want to say I follow this person.
No way, you follow.
I don't know. Who is it?
Her name's Lizzo.
Oh, I don't know this person.
Look at her on a fucking flute. Watch. She's fluting. Her name is Lizzo. If you guys are bored, fucking go listen to Lizzo. She's like my favorite person in the world. How lit is she? And her music's bomb. Bitch, you emotional. You love her, right? I love her. Don't you love her?
I've never done anything that good in
Me
my
either.
life. What's her name?
She plays the fucking flute. Her name's Lizzo.
Lizzo Beating?
Lizzo Beating is her Instagram, but her name's Lizzo.
Now.
I think she had a Rolling Stone article or something recently too, but she's gonna blow the fuck up.
That's fucking awesome.
Oh, and she's just so.
Oh, I can't wait to follow her and show that to my wife. My daughters and I. There are people we follow together, and we'll like share the videos. And there's no better. My wife is not a part of it. My wife does not get Instagram to this day. Does not understand it. She yesterday a couple comedians, like famous comedians, like actors and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
Saw one of my things and then all texted me and they're like, "Hey, my wife is raising butterflies." And
What?
they're like, "Yeah, I know." So she has like a butterfly garden. And
That's the most California thing I've ever
She
heard.
puts out milkweed. She catches caterpillars. She then brings them in an enclosure.
Oh
They
my
then go into
God.
chrysalis. And then she has butterflies, and then she releases them. She's got like, right now she's got like 15 butterflies in the process.
That is like the sweetest shit I've ever heard.
It's really, she loves it. It like, she cries when they go. Like,
Oh
she
my
really
God,
loves
that's
it.
the sweetest
It's
shit I've ever
a
heard.
bunch of dudes,
Aw.
all my friends are like, all hard partying dudes that now have houses and kids. We're like, "Yo, where can I get one of these butterfly enclosures? Because they're really cool." And so I told my wife, I go, "Yo, David Keckner wants to know where to get a butterfly enclosure." My wife goes, "Am I going viral on Instagram?" And I go, "No, honey, you're not."
Oh, she should.
She
should
it's
have a
hilarious.
butterfly page.
Wait, Lizzo, what's her name? Lizzo Beatings?
Beating on the thing. I don't know if that's her last name. But Lizzo was like her whole.
I got her. I'm following
her
her
music's
right now.
bomb too.
I'm following her. Oh, I love her. I'm trying to think who I like on Instagram so I can share.
Yeah, I want a good one. I love these chicks.
Nothing. I got nothing.
Just stick.
I follow if you look at my Instagram feed, you'd be like, you ever go to your search thing and it tells you what you'd like?
Oh my God, yeah, I have a really weird one.
And mine's basically ships launching for some reason. Like, I guess I must have watched a ship once.
That's really
So it's
mannish.
ship launching and then fight videos. So you're like, is this guy a fucking pirate? All
Oh
he does
my
is watch
God.
fight videos. I think that's from the MMA stuff. But like, look at all the ships on my front page.
In another
Ship-
life. Oh yeah, you got random shit. Mine's like a lot of TNA, and then occasionally there's like Korean pop, K-pop.
K-pop?
Wait, yeah, this girl will definitely come up. There's this like weird K-pop group. I don't know who on my list because it takes up like the people you follow, what they like too. You know what I mean? So like if you follow, if you follow someone, you're just saying how much time we had.
How much time?
We've done 50 minutes.
We have 15 minutes left?
No, we've done 50 minutes.
50. Oh, nice.
Woo woo!
See, I do podcasts. I did a podcast with Joe, Ari, and Tom the other day that was 5 hours.
What?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, but those are
What the fuck you talk about for 5 hours?
First of all, we got high as shit and got really drunk,
That's
and I
weird
blacked out
shit.
for the last two.
No, you
and
did
I
it.
don't remember what I said.
I say weird shit when I'm high. I come up with good stuff though, like
So
good
wait,
ideas.
let's do this. Let's figure out the next phase for you.
Okay.
Let's do it from this.
Okay.
Ready? Because
this would be helpful, 'cause
I
you-
borrowed from you.
Yeah.
And it's helped my business immensely. And you did your podcast. I think you're just taking off right now.
Thank you.
I want to help you get guests for this.
Okay.
I want to help you get comics. Like there's
I
a
love
lot
that.
of comics, and not like just Delia's. Like Delia would be great on this. Delia is so funny, but he's
always trying to get
very
on my
brand
sofa.
Friendly. What's that?
I'm just fucking funny.
What'd he say?
I said I'm sure he wants to get on my sofa.
Yeah. No, I think he's
kidding.
in a relationship.
Oh, good for him.
But I did a great podcast with Delia.
I listened to it.
Yeah,
I think I listened to the most recent one.
He was. 'Cause
He's always fun to talk to.
His family is really cool,
Mm-hmm.
and they've got a really tight. In knowing him with his family, you get to know who he is. And then you realize who he is on stage.
Mm-hmm.
From that, it was a cool podcast. But I forgot what I was saying. Anyway, but I like learning from you because you really changed the way I look at media, social media. Embrace it, have fun with it, and like I remember my buddy. You know, it's cool when your buddy hits you up and they're like, "Yo, did you see Lindsay's post today?" And you're like, "No." And then you check it out and you're like, "Oh, that's how cool." You know? And so that part of just not turning your back on it, I love. So what's the next step?
For me?
Yeah, what are you going to do?
For sure, like film or TV.
Yeah.
There's a good chance I might be on some reality situations.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't tell you. I invested in a restaurant too. I invested in a all women-owned plant-based taco shop on Melrose. I'm not necessarily all the way vegan.
Wait, I'm sorry. Start that over.
I know,
That
yeah.
went so fast. That's so progressive.
I know.
It missed my meathead
Fuck,
mouth-breathing
I'm sorry.
brain. And
No.
all women don't eat.
I literally had this girlfriend of mine. She was a Playmate of the Year, like back in the day. She was actually, her name's Jade Nicole. Super hot, brunette, Canadian, like snowy white skin. She's gorgeous. And I had her on here and she'd been talking to me about investing in her, like she was opening this taco shop on Melrose. And I was not interested because restaurants are like the worst thing to invest in.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Keep going.
Yeah, but I had her on the show, and then once I found out all the other investors, I was like, I can't not be a part of this, and I thought it had TV show potential for sure. So we have like 16 women investors, and I made an investment, and so now we're opening this taco shop on Melrose, at the end of January. So if anything, I'm getting my feet wet in investing in business. And it's something that I don't just get to invest in. I get to like go and do shit for.
Yeah.
And I have 8 million people following me. I might as well like have a business with it. You know, like a brick and mortar. That's like kind of fun. And they're doing the whole shit. I don't even have to like do much. I'm just there to shout it out and like eat the tacos.
No, but that's, you know what? You have a platform to help share, to help grow. That it's brilliant. It's brilliant. Yeah. I like where you're doing this. I like what you're doing with this.
But we got that. Yeah. Okay, and then I think I might be in other reality show situations.
What would you say? And you would say no to nothing, correct?
Yeah, probably not. Unless it was like scandalous. I won't do like topless films unless it's like a big film.
Really?
But I'm so down. If it's like a Gone Girl situation with like Emrata.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take my shirt off.
Dude, I'll do front, top, bottoms. Like I'd
exactly.
I've been naked a lot in my history.
I read that
a lot. Yeah.
Even the Rolling Stones article.
Yeah. And we did a Comedy Central show, and I got totally naked on a boardroom table and face fucked Michael Ian Black.
That's hot.
It was a comedy show, so it was awkward. It was crazy, and then I did a backspin, stuck it totally naked. And Michael Ian Black
What's a
laughed.
backspin?
Like a breakdance backspin.
Oh.
I was on a boardroom table. Michael Ian Black's here. I got totally naked, and I started humping his face. And I put my feet on the back of his chair and pulled him into my crotch. And he's going like this the whole time. I'm trying to make him laugh, right? And then finally, I just did a backspin, and I stuck it right in front of him, and he started laughing. Thank God he laughed. I would have been so fucking uncomfortable.
That's wild. I want to watch that.
I can't find it anywhere. If anyone can find it. Yeah, it was on a show called Reality Bites Back. It was me, Amy Schumer, Theo Vaughn, those are the only people I think you'd know out of that. No, Tiffany Haddish was on it. Yeah, it was a long time ago. So you wouldn't say no to anything except for porn.
Yeah, I wouldn't do any like scandalous shit.
And I think you're doing great with this podcast.
This month I had a lot, like so many offers for like kind of like people wanted to do a reality thing and then maybe like a TV audition. Then I had like a little host thing. So I'm just kind of, I feel like it's getting hot. You know what I mean? I just turned 27 too. It was like 6 months ago.
Oh, fuck.
This is when like Kim Kardashian popped off. So I feel like I got the lucky 27. If I don't die, then I'm going to be like super rich and famous. It's one or the other. Yeah. Don't laugh.
I fucking, the whole time I'm talking to you, I'm like, I keep thinking we're the same age, and
we're so not.
I'm so fucking old compared to you.
No, you're not.
When I was 27, that was my first television development deal.
So it's a good age?
When I was 26, I got into the business. 6 months later, I got discovered by Will Smith. And at 27, it was like I was on a fucking spaceship.
That's what I like to hear. That's the thing. This is my age.
Great. 30 is my favorite birthday.
Oh, yeah?
40 was like, I guess I'm going to be here for a while birthday.
Yeah, like you made it this far.
Yeah, 46 was a little depressing. That was like,
why?
46. Because I was like, God damn it, I'm closer to 50 than I'm not. Like, but now all my friends are turning 50. Like, all my friends are 50. And I'm like, I guess 50 is not that bad. I just got to get in shape. I might do steroids. Just get ripped.
No, it makes you act like such an ass.
Really?
Oh my God,
Maybe
you'll be so mean. And you won't know you're mean. Every guy I've dated on steroids, like they don't know that they're mean as fuck.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, how do you not know this?
You work out pretty aggressively, right?
I try.
Is it hard running with your boobs?
Dude, yeah, I don't.
I had so many boob questions to ask you.
Really?
Yeah.
Go.
Can I ask you my number one boob question? When you hook up with a guy, does he just focus on your boobs?
No, there's so much other fun stuff. But he does like it.
My wife, if my wife and I hook up, I just focus on her boobs.
Really?
It's like I go back to being like 13 years old, going one day I'll have a set of boobs I can touch and grandpa. Like my wife's got. I believe my wife has perfect boobs. Like when I met her, she did not.
What happened?
I don't know.
When she had babies?
They just went. They got big and they got perfect. They're perfect.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love a good perfect boob story. I love happy ending.
I'm more attracted to older women now. I think the older I get, because it's almost like buying a house after the hurricanes come in.
Oh my fucking God! Have you ever said that before?
No.
That's genius.
No, yeah. And you're like, okay, well, it's not going to get worse than this.
Oh my God! It's still standing. Oh.
I might have to write that down.
That's a fucking good one.
I might have to tell that on stage. I like that.
When I was stalking you this morning, I was looking at when you were like they have like clips of you just like on morning news shows.
Oh, God.
And you were telling people like you're the dream guy for like menopausal women.
Yeah.
Because you look like you have insurance.
Oh, yeah. No, there's no, I said, what was it? I used to have a joke about it. I have the kind of body only a woman wants. No gay guy looks at me like I need that in my mouth right now. But a woman looks at me and she's like, well, I bet he has life insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah, get a mortgage, start a second career, get a boyfriend.
Won't cheat on me. He said he won't cheat on you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm definitely not cheating. Once I lock down a chick, I fall in love very easily though. So the second but I'm like a committal guy. So like the second I get into someone, I'm like, I'm in, I'm yours. What do you need?
I'm down.
Yeah.
When's your birthday?
November 3rd.
Oh, what does that make you?
Scorpio. I'm very vindictive. So if you talk behind my back, or if you slight me, and a genuine slight where I feel like I didn't deserve that, I trash you behind your back for the rest of your life.
You've been warned.
I'm horrific about that.
Oh no.
I'm working on it because sometimes people will do something to me that I didn't deserve. Where I go, hey, because I'm a good guy, so I think people step on my step all over me, walk all over me. So sometimes people will do stuff to me, and then I go, that wasn't right, and then I don't like confrontation, so I just trash them behind their back.
She's so like low key about it
right now. Yeah.
Who?
I can't tell you.
Oh my god!
I can't tell you.
What do you do to trash them? This is fun.
I just
talk shit.
Yeah, I just tell people what I think, and then I think I'm such a good guy that when you do hear me talk shit about someone, people go, they
buy it.
Yeah, they go, that's true, and it is true. If I don't like you, then there's something wrong with you.
I swear to God, like good people have the upper hand in the world.
I like everybody. Yeah. I have no issues with anybody. But if I don't like you, then there's something genuinely wrong about you.
Oh.
Yeah.
God, we should like line up some people I'm considering like dating.
Can I tell you?
Let me know how you feel.
I want to do an app where I get to swipe right for you, and then me and my wife go on a double date with you and the person, and then we get to pick.
Oh.
My friend Nikki Glazer is like trying to fall in love, and she just keeps picking the wrong guys. And she's beautiful. She's at the top of her career. And I said, let me do your Tinder. Or I guess she's got the really high end one.
Oh yeah, what's Raya?
Yeah,
she's on Raya for sure.
She goes, I go, let me do it, and then me and Leanne will go out to dinner with you guys, and I'll tell you if you got the wrong guy. Like I'll pick good looking guys that I like, but I'll be the judge of that. And she was like, I want to keep making mistakes.
Aww. At least she knows.
Yeah. And then she goes, why don't they just make it where your friends pick for you? Make an app where your friends, it's like a setup date. So like your friends are like, instead of looking for themselves, they're like, I'm going to find a guy for Nikki.
Yeah.
I was like, it wouldn't work because every guy would be like.
Down.
No. Every guy would hook his friends up, and you'd get there and you're like, great, another girl with one arm. Fantastic.
Oh my God.
Thanks. That's my friends for me.
Wait, how'd you meet your wife?
She was a screenwriter. She used to work with her writing partner at the base of Runyon Canyon. In the
little grass?
No. At the that apartment building.
Oh, I'm literally thinking of the blonde.
Yeah. No.
With a notebook. I'm such a blonde.
and just extension cords going all the way to a plug.
She had a fucking desk in the yard. Okay, anyway.
She worked at that building. Her writing partner worked at that building, and they would write there in the office. And so as you walked by, you could see them in the office. And I saw her, and I said, "Gosh, she's beautiful." My buddy goes, "Oh my God, I used to date her writing partner. Let's go in and say hi." And we met her, and my wife was such a bitch. I love bitches. And so I've been joking about that, about cunts. I love the hint of cunt in a woman.
Yeah?
Every guy does. Every guy
There's a book about it. I read it. Why Men Marry Bitches. Why Men Love Bitches.
Every guy does.
Every woman should read that book.
Same reason girls like guys with muscles that can protect them is the same reason guys like girls that are little cunts. Is like when you watch your woman flex her cunt, it's sexier. And so I met her there, and then I went to a yoga class with my buddy Croy, and she was there.
No way.
Yoga class, and I was like, "Shit, that's the girl."
No way.
And then I sweat really bad in that yoga class, and then we all went bowling. Like I was 186 pounds at the time, so I was in really great shape. We all went bowling, and my wife flirted with me, and I was like, "Oh, I'm into her." And then we went on a date, and then we went on a date. She asked me out, and I was like, "Oh, she's a whore, great." And then she wasn't. She was just a girl that knew what she wanted.
To hang out with you.
Yeah, and then she dumped me. Like we dated for like 3 months, and I wouldn't say I love you. I was like, I don't want to put labels on it. And
oh my God.
And then she just dumped me, and I fell apart.
What'd she do? She dumped you?
Broke up with me.
Oh, yes.
I took my bed. I moved it into my walk-in closet. I brought a TV in there. And I could not stop crying.
That's so cute.
I was crying so bad because I wanted her back, and I didn't want anyone to hear me cry. My roommate didn't want him to hear me, so I moved my bed into the closet so I'd cry there, and then I'd go into the shower. I was crying so bad that I had to take one of those workout balls.
Yeah.
I had to take it into the shower to cry in the shower because I had to sit down on something.
Oh,
but I had
my God.
This is how bad it was, Lindsay. I had to deflate it enough to get it through the door and then bring it in still crying and pump it up to get it to so I can sit on it.
This is the sickest, saddest thing I've ever heard. A designated cry space?
Dude, and then I was crying in my car. Like, I was like, I need this woman. And so I drove to her house.
Yeah, this is before texting, so you couldn't be like, I want you back.
Oh.
What'd you do?
Oh, yeah. I made her a mixtape.
No, you fucking didn't.
I swear to God.
What was the song?
Oh, a lot of Coldplay, a lot of Badly Drawn Boy.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and a little bit of Trick Daddy. And then, because there was a song that I said was our song.
Like, what Trick Daddy song is your song?
It was a horrifically misogynistic song. And I kept going, this is so us right now.
Oh, my God.
And it would make her laugh. So I put that on, and then I wrote her a note saying that I would change or whatever. So I'd just do whatever she wanted. And then I went on a run. I went on a run to Runyon Canyon, and I was coming down Outpost. The sun was setting. It's those beautiful Hollywood sunsets are the most beautiful thing in the world, especially when they get like purple in the winter.
Around this time of year.
Yeah.
So nice.
I was running down Outpost, and I said to myself, I said to God, I said, if you give me this chick back, I won't fuck it up. And I heard God say to me, you know what that means though, right? And like, I was like, yeah, no, I know. And he goes, never can cheat on her. You can never treat her bad. You got to like, this. If you want this, then this is your partner, and you got to make sure they get to the next level. And I was like, I'll do everything. I had cheated on every chick I'd ever dated. And I was like, I won't cheat on her. I got back to my house, and she was sitting in my bedroom in a sundress. And I was like, oh God.
Oh my God.
And I was like, and then, yeah. And I would say, I would argue that the majority of our relationship, the first probably 15, probably the first like 10 years we were together, it was a lot about me and my career. And then once I got up and running, this past 2 years has all been about her. I just sent her to Vietnam to go travel. She's having such a great year. I said, you should go to Vietnam with a friend, and I'll pay for it. And just go travel. Just get lost and have fun. Get drunk. Go get crazy. And so her and her best friend just got back from Vietnam. And Vietnam's amazing. It changes your cultural DNA.
Wow.
And so, and she's got her own podcast called Wife of the Party. I got a tour bus for my tour, and I put a banner on her. We're wrapping my tour bus, and on the back is for her podcast.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, and she's having a great year. She just started writing a book, and the girls are getting older. But it's really cool to see someone you love start to really blossom and find their own space when they've been spending their entire life like trying to get you to the next level. So
that's amazing. Yeah. How sweet is life when you're just like down to be loving to your wife?
How sweet is life when you're happy to be loving to everyone?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I love.
So many people think like, oh, I'm gonna treat her like shit. That'll make her like me. And I'm like, why don't you just like fucking be nice?
My favorite thing in the world.
We like you already.
My favorite thing in the world is coming up behind her in the kitchen and just giving her a hug and going and just telling her how much I love her. But then I always go, you're so lucky to have someone that loves you this much. Like, no one gets this.
Yeah.
I love this morning she got in bed with me. We're talking about you doing the podcast, and we're just giggling about you, and then I forget what she said. She was like, you're so narcissistic. I go, no. But listen, everyone has a crush on me. You got to understand. Everyone has a crush on me. And she's like, I bet. And then she just pops up. She goes, you want to go to Smart and Final? And I'm like, yeah. And then we just went to Smart and Final. I've been giggling all day. My buddy's like, I need a nickname. My buddy Eric Grusin, who's a big fan of yours, was like, I need a nickname. There's two Erics in the office, and today they're giving one of us a nickname.
Oh.
So he's new, and so I've been writing nicknames all day. My life is really great.
This is a great day.
I have Brian Regan's at my house. I'm making lamb shanks tonight for dinner. We're going to Disney on Ice tomorrow night. Christmas is coming up.
Woo!
I'm a millionaire.
You gonna jump on the couch?
Fuck? This is Ed. I'm partying
You're definitely
pretty hard.
famous.
I feel good. Does life get better? I don't think
I love this.
I'm a very, very, right now I'm the happiest I've ever been in my life.
Fuck yeah. I hope this is like all gonna, selfishly, I hope this is all gonna like come to me.
I'm lucky. If you stick around me enough, I'll get you lucky.
I feel like some people have magic. I know that's weird, but you know that neurologists have this idea that they can almost quantify like a magnetism that leaves your brain when you have a thought.
Yeah.
And like you actually like omit an energy. Like a lot of people like believe in their, really smart people believe this.
Yeah, I believe
this
that.
This is not my shit.
I believe that.
But like, so I feel like sometimes when you're around magic, like you get it. One time I shared an elevator with like Kim Kardashian. Not that she's magic, but she's definitely popping.
That shit rubs off.
Yeah, so if I could just get a little bit of that. I saw Imrata buying weed down my street the other day. Emily Ratajkowski.
I don't know who that is.
Oh my God, the girl from Gone Girl with the tits.
I don't know which.
Oh, she's super popping.
The one that the
side
bad
girl.
one? Oh, I don't
But
know
she's super famous.
Oh, cool.
I did dinner with Al Pacino. Been at Leonardo DiCaprio's house.
I've been to Leonardo DiCaprio. I got naked at his
Did you
house.
see he had a fucking T-Rex skull?
No. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I went there when we were kids. We were doing a photo shoot, and his personal photographer was there, and that's who we were doing a photo shoot with. And it was me and 5 comics, and we were doing a tour. And I go, we look like a boy band. We're just posing over a beautiful vista. I was like, we got to do something silly. So I got totally naked and just stood there with my junk out. And they're like, what if Leo comes home? I'm like, please let Leonardo DiCaprio see me naked at his house. But then I guess now if I walked home, no, I never even met him.
He's so cool, actually.
Yeah, he's
he just lit. Sean Penn kissed me one time.
Really?
Random. He told me.
Smell like cigarettes?
I swear. He smelled like something. He literally told me that I had more spunk than like Madonna or some shit. He had like a fucking line that I'll never forget.
Sean
he had a business.
Badass.
He's a badass. We were sitting there. I barely knew who he was, but we were sitting there, and he had a business partner say something sly, like something that was like rude to me, or like the girls. And I told his business partner to like go fuck himself. I said something about his little dick or like something really rude.
Yeah.
And Sean Penn loved it. He was like, "Oh my god!" And he literally like kissed me.
Bro,
it's cool.
I want to put this in the universe. Definitely kiss me, Sean. That's a story that could make me a lot of fucking money.
I'm sure you would.
Just if I'm at a party and Sean Penn just comes up and kisses me, first I'll kiss back. Dude, that's
why you're homocentric.
There's 3 men that I think would have power over me in that situation.
Who?
Like that, if you're at a party and they just came up and started to legit kiss you, I would start kissing back.
You'd have to.
Oh.
For a few, you'd have to.
Sean Penn, easy.
Good.
Brad Pitt, no question. And The Rock.
Oh, fuck yeah.
The Rock started kissing me. I just immediately be like, oh. I'd raise my leg up like
I'd film it for you.
Oh,
so we got
God.
it on camera. Then you'd really pop off.
My God. What women, I always think of that, like if there's a woman, because I wouldn't cheat on my wife, but if there was I've had women try to kiss me or hit on me or touch me, just in meet and greets or whatever, and I always go, hey, I'm married, please.
Yeah, chill.
But I'm trying to think, women-wise. You
like
ready?
You would have some?
Where if they started to kiss me, I would just instinctually kiss back.
Who?
Number 1.
I'm scared.
Susan Sarandon. Love Susan Sarandon.
I like this choice.
Love Susan. Well, I'm not going to go for I don't really give a fuck about Jessica Simpson.
Yeah.
Although Britney Spears.
You would go for Britney Spears?
Only because
I know her.
I'm looking for something bigger than what you're thinking. Like I don't. It's not looks. It's like that aura. Like it's obviously Spears, it's not looks with dudes. It's just that aura of like Brad Pitt's been my hero.
Wait, do you watch Britney Spears' Instagram?
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
I love Britney Spears. I love
her Instagram, especially.
Madonna?
Do you watch it? No.
No, I don't think Madonna. Susan Sarandon.
I love that that's like the first one you came up with.
I got it.
What?
Julia Roberts.
Okay.
Julia Roberts. I'm at a party, and she goes, hey, and then just starts leaning in. I just immediately would be like,
that's a star.
Oprah, too.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, if Oprah tried to kiss me, I'd finish. I'd be like, oh.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
These are good choices. I'm glad it wasn't like the regular shit.
Yeah, well, everyone can go like, ooh.
I just think Britney's kiss might be weird. You got to watch her. Do you look at her Instagram page?
Okay, hold on. This is a fun game. How would Britney's kiss go? Because let's go through each of the ones I just said, and how would their kiss go? Okay, Brad Pitt would do some fit move. He'd go, hey, man. You're Bert, right? I go, yeah. And he'd go, hey, meet me in like the closet in like 5 minutes. I go, okay. And then I'd just be in the closet going, what am I doing in here? What am I doing in here? Okay. The Rock would be a power move. We'd be at the gym and we'd be looking in the mirrors like, dude, your arms look good.
Yeah, good job, bro.
I can't help it.
Fuck yeah.
Susan Sarandon.
I think she would make you come in. She would say something so sly and you'd be like magnetized, you know?
Susan Sarandon would say, I just got some new incense at my house. Do you want to come over and we'll talk about politics and stuff? And I'd be like, oh, I want to pick her brain. Yeah, of course. And so she'd be sitting crisscross applesauce on a couch.
Oh my God.
That's how Susan Sarandon would kiss you.
I keep imagining you at a party with all these people.
Julia Roberts would kiss you in the street. It would be like nighttime in London, and you'd be walking, and you'd be next to her, and then she just stop and turn to you and start kissing you. You'd be like, oh my God, how did this happen? Britney Spears, ready?
I'm not ready.
Would be in Vegas, and you're sitting
Naturally.
there, and it's a bottle service, and she's bouncing, and then she just comes in and goes, mwah, And you're like,
She
hey,
would be like,
what was
"Mwah."
that? Yeah. And
Yeah.
you're like, what was that? She goes, "Mwah," and does it again. You're like, hey, I don't even, what are you doing? And then she's like, huh? And you're like, oh, what happened? How did this happen so quickly?
I could actually see the mwah.
I'm bad at first kisses.
I'm
dude.
actually picturing like a Hollywood party because I guess like that's where they can happen.
Yeah.
Like a Hollywood Hills party.
Sean Penn would be at an airport. Like he'd be at an airport and you'd be waiting in line for first class and he'd be like, hey, man.
Yeah.
And then lean in and kiss you and you're like, why didn't I stop that?
That's true. Homocentric. You couldn't help it.
Not homocentric, homochondriac.
Oh, homochondriac.
This whole time.
What's homocentric means good? Fuck, I'm a blonde. I told you.
Homocentric means I'm.
Like you're really into
They're the
homosexual
focus
behavior.
of my life. I might be homocentric.
Maybe I figured it out. I think I've cracked the code actually.
I might be homocentric. I remember one time when I was younger, I was in like Cleveland or something. I forget where I was. It was a place where homosexuality wasn't like super prevalent.
Right.
And I was like, I said something about gay guys and they said something about heaven. I go, oh, I hope God lets gay guys in heaven. And they're like, really? And I was like, yeah. Who wants to spend their life in Omaha? I go, I want to be in San Francisco. I want to be in New York.
Fuck
like,
yeah.
Dude.
What kind of interior design would heaven have without a few gays?
Dude, what would this world be without gay guys?
I fucking hate it.
Well, gay women too. No, I'm not taking.
Do you have
away
like a gay best
How
friend?
would studios be run if we didn't have gay women?
No, wait. Do you have a gay best friend?
Yeah, I have a few.
You do?
Yeah.
I have one too. And I didn't for like a long time, not like a close one.
Yeah.
But as soon as I got one, wow. I mean, he's like my stage mom. He's my hairstylist. He's my best fucking friend.
Yeah.
And I like it because I get the girl energy. Like we're into the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're in the same business. But he'll also like beat someone's ass for me.
Yeah.
Like he's still got like a man. Like he can still be a fucking man. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
My life isn't the same without Peter. Love you, Peter.
I had my bosses. I had a huge period of life where all my bosses were gay, and it was like
So nice.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. I just the two dudes I'm friends with. I don't even know if you'd know they were gay. Like I mean, it's. I mean, I like if they were in Omaha. I keep saying Omaha. I love Omaha, but like if you were in Omaha, they would
No
no one
shade.
would ever know in Omaha. They'd just be like, God, that guy's beard's so nice, and you'd be like, oh yeah. That's what that means.
Fucking Omaha.
Yeah, I like Omaha. I was going to shoot my special in Omaha, but I think I'm going to shoot it in Cleveland or Columbus.
Why?
So I like the middle of the country. The middle of the country really, especially Ohio. Ohio is maybe the best place in the world. In our United States, other than Hawaii. Hawaii is the number one place in the entire planet, in my opinion.
Oh, cool.
I love Hawaii more than anything in the entire world. But Ohio's great because it's super liberal, super progressive, super diverse, like really, really diverse.
Ohio?
Ohio is fucking
I
amazing.
thought Ohio was like country as fuck.
Gorgeous. It is country. It's got big rolling hills, thunderstorms. It's got weather. It's got great bars. It's got great big cities like Cleveland, Columbus, Cincinnati, Akron, Dayton. I love Ohio. I absolutely love. Dave Chappelle lives in Ohio for a reason.
I've driven through Dayton.
Dayton's.
I ate at a NASCAR restaurant. Are they like famous for like some NASCAR shit?
No, but the NASCAR restaurant in Ohio makes total sense.
It's really sad.
Dave
that's
Chappelle
where I
lives like
remember.
right outside Dayton, oddly enough.
Dayton.
Yeah.
Wait, that reminds me. I have a hairstylist. He lived in, I think Columbus.
Yeah.
That's
Columbus
the country.
Is Columbus. No,
Ish.
Columbus. No,
He
Columbus
must
is
have
like a
lived
college
outside of
town.
it. Well, no. Oh, no. I had this hairstylist one time. He always tells me like the wildest stories, that shit you can't believe.
Yeah.
You know, where you're getting your hair done, like you're fucking bored. He told me about this thing. It was called like the Zanesville Massacre. And it was where this like zoo was unleashed. Did you hear about this?
No, and they had to. Yes, I did.
And
hear
the whole zoo like took over this Ohio in town.
Yeah.
And it was like wild.
Yeah, I heard about that. The internet has blown me up with like some stuff where you're like, shut the fuck up. Have you ever heard of the Candyman killings?
No. What is it?
It's a rabbit hole you don't want to go down.
Wait, I'd have to go down it.
It's in Texas. It was in like the 70s. And this guy and these two dudes they're still doing a photo shoot.
Hey, we got a lot of shit going on here.
They've been so quiet in that other room.
That's so nice.
There's this guy was just kidnapping young kids and torturing. It makes you believe in hell. Like when you hear about this, you're like, I didn't ever need to know about that. But my buddy Dan Cummins has this great podcast called Time Suck, and I heard it on there, and I couldn't stop listening to it, and it's like I couldn't turn it off. But then the internet's got great things, right? Like flash floods. I just Googled flash floods the other day.
Why is that great?
You know what I got to do? I got to have you on my podcast. I do a podcast called Open Tabs now.
Yeah, I listen to it.
I'm gonna have you on Open Tabs. So I've been doing it with guests where I show you what I've been Googling.
Fun.
And you get to see what I've been Googling.
I'm scared.
And then we'll bring on some of your stuff. Like it would be cool to show, like when you tell me about the Instagram people.
Mine is so embarrassing.
What? You want to play a game?
I'm always Googling. No.
Want to play a trust game? A big trust game.
I don't think I know what I've Googled lately.
Let me see your phone. Just let me see your phone.
Don't say anything.
No, I won't say anything. I
don't know even where you find it. This is very telling. And if you do see a subject I've been Googling, I'm considering talking about it on the podcast, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Can I ask you about the Maddox oversized chair?
Oh yeah, I bought a fucking couch.
Okay.
Didn't come with the ottoman, and I was pissed. So I was Googling the chair.
Okay.
I cried at Living Spaces. You guys, I've been moving. By the way, that's why I haven't podcasted in a week. I had a minor surgery. I moved. I just had a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, I know. That's everything is in here is about movers, getting rid of junk online, getting new cable, I guess.
Yeah, I had to call the specialist, switch to Wi-Fi. I'm like a full-grown adult.
What I do is I go through all the things you've Googled.
Oh, thank God. Not the bad ones on there?
There's nothing on here.
I had some juicy shit.
So watch. Then I'll go to mine and I'll show you
YouPorn.
mine. And you'll go, you on YouPorn?
I mean, I am pretty regularly. I'm not going to lie. So, you know when someone's on your computer, too, and they type in anything with a Y? It's like, YouPorn. You know when YouPorn puts the icon on your homepage and you didn't ask for it?
Yeah.
That's so disrespectful.
And you're like, bro, you know what really sucks is when like you go on porn and then all of a sudden that little sniper window comes up in the back, Jasmine Live, and she's just going, I want to have sex. And I'm like, hey, bitch, my family's here.
Yeah, what do you
These are mine, okay? I Googled myself. Michael Blackson addresses his haters. You ever follow Michael Blackson?
No.
Oh, he's great. I Googled myself. Girl star Lena Dunham on her breakup.
I heard you talking about that.
Off the grid cabin logs.
What is that? Log cabin?
I was thinking about, I want to do a show where I tell the network, I think I can put a pool in my backyard. Okay. And then I put a pool in my backyard. I try to do it.
Like you build it yourself.
I just go online and go, hey Siri, how do you build a pool? And then you just go, all right.
That sounds awful.
I found something on the web about how do you build a pool, and then you just go, all right.
And then you just go, all right.
Yeah. So I was like, I want to just see if I can build a log cabin. Just see if I can go out there and just build a log cabin from scratch.
Do you need like a helper? I know
I would need a lot of things. I would need a lot of things. I'm just a comedian and I'm hiring an assistant. So yeah, I would definitely.
Yeah.
I would definitely bring my assistant out to hold the laptop.
There's this chick I know. She was like the most famous playmate ever, and now she builds log cabins in Portland. Sarah Underwood. You remember her?
Nope.
Oh, she was like the crowd favorite.
You've got to come on Open Tabs.
I'm so down.
Got to come on Open Tabs, and I'll pull up all the stuff I've watched online, and I'll share it with you. We'll both comment on it, and then you can share all the cool stuff that you know, like all these Instagram people. And then if I have a video that it kind of sparks like a thing, you're like, oh, you know what you need to look at? Google this.
Yeah.
Like flash floods. I was obsessed with flash floods.
That's weird.
Flash floods?
Yeah.
There's a guy who chases flash floods. So he goes out into the desert and he's like, flash flood coming. And then he's got his camera out. And he's like, see that storm off in the distance? That'll be hitting us in about 15 minutes. And then it's like 15 minutes later, all of a sudden you see a flash flood coming to him. And then he chases it. He runs with it. He finds places where there's a double back. So he's like, the flash flood goes around like this. And he films here and then runs over and catches it coming around the corner. And flash floods are beautiful.
Really?
They're beautiful. It's all this debris. It basically is all the junk in the desert just rushing at you.
Weird.
Yeah.
That's some weird shit to Google.
Flash floods. I was really into. That's who I follow a lot of online is free divers, like spear fishermen, but mostly female spear fishermen.
Why?
There's this girl because all the pictures of a female spear fisherman is just beautiful.
Yeah.
Valentina Thomas, Kimmy Werner.
She's like famous for this?
Swimmy Kimmy is her name. Oh yeah, they're famous. They go down to 100 feet with a spear gun and just wait.
Oh God.
For like 4 minutes.
In dive gear?
Sometimes just a weight belt, flippers, and a mask.
Freaks.
Dude, but take a look at these pictures. That comes up on my Insta all the time as spear fishermen and surfers. There's a surfer I like named Mikey February.
Oh, what a cute name.
Beautiful surfer I've ever seen in my life. The way he surfs is so gorgeous. It would blow your mind.
Interesting.
Look at this. I'll show you. Valentina Thomas is the one where you're like, you're like, oh my God. Like, look at these pictures.
This is some shit I would have. Oh my God. Wait, let me see.
That's her just free diving. Just.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
She looks cool as fuck. Valentina.
Yeah. And then she hit me up on Instagram. I followed her. I commented on one of her pictures. And she hit me up. She's like, yo, let me know if you ever want to go spearfishing. I was like, I'm going to be in West Palm in January.
That's where she's from?
Yeah, she lives in West Palm. She's like, yeah, I'll take you out spearfishing.
Oh my God,
and
how
you
cool
and out there, like out by the Bahamas and out there, you can do it at like 15 feet, which is doable.
Yeah.
15 feet is still really fucking deep for me. Like I smoke weed.
You know what? Like, I have 2 dream vacations. Like my honeymoon, I want to go on like an African safari, obviously.
Okay.
Like Cape Town, because it looks like Jurassic Park, but then there's like bougie 5-star resorts, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So I want to do that because I'm like, what gets better than like safari? And then when I'm like, you know, getting a bit older, maybe like 60, I want to go on like a snow I want to have a yacht, like rent a yacht and go on this snow trip where I see live polar bears and penguins, and I fucking get off the boat and go dog sled and live in an igloo and then get back on the boat in the hot tub.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I've Googled this. It starts at like 80 grand.
I've done both.
You have?
Yeah.
The snow trip
I've
on
done
a
everything.
boat?
I've done everything there is to do. I was on Travel Channel
You
for
were on
8
a
years.
snow yacht?
Yeah. We went. It's not as
Oh, yeah, I
great.
forget you were on the fucking Travel Channel.
Yeah, I was on Travel Channel for 8 years. The safari is so overrated.
Really?
It's only over. Okay, first of all, it takes like it's a 6-hour drive into where the animals are.
Mm-hmm.
So you are on not on road. So like you're driving in the just
bad for the
like,
badge.
horrifically bumpy, and then you get there and you realize there's no exit strategy. Like they see a lion, and they're like, oh, come on, let's see if we can get close, and they pull you within like 10 feet of a lion.
It's scary.
And the lion's just sitting there, and you're like, oh my God, if this lion did something, and say I got just a little hurt, like scratched, there's no getting me out of here. Oh. It was
So you were scared.
I was definitely scared. I had a sword with me.
I'm a scaredy cat too.
Yeah, and then but everything in the snow, stayed in an igloo. Yeah, I didn't do a snow yacht. I think you got to go to like Antarctica to do that. Yeah. Yeah, that's that, and watch the cliffs fall.
The glaciers, like watching break and shit, climate change.
Yeah.
Cry about it.
No, but it's beautiful.
I want to go too. Like Kate Upton did that shoot with in Sports Illustrated. So she was literally like in fucking Antarctica or Alaska or something, probably Antarctica. But she was like, she had like the snow jacket and fucking penguins.
Yeah.
That's some sick shit. And you
Kate
look
Upton,
great.
Whatever happened to her?
She just had a baby with Justin Verlander, the guy who plays for the Astros, I believe.
Oh, does he?
I don't know shit about sports really, but he plays baseball. Jeez. And they named it Genevieve. Cool name.
That's the name of their kid?
The baby, yeah. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Great name.
Yeah, kind of like.
Stuck with Bert.
Bert.
Yeah.
Bert is not a bad. What's your middle name?
Charles.
Bert Charles.
No, Albert Charles Kreischer III.
Oh, Albert. Okay,
Albert
that's the full
Charles
thing.
Kreischer III. My first joke I ever wrote, I was just telling this on the interview this morning, was Bert's not a sexy name. The last name you want to hear during sex. Some chick on top of you all, Bert. That was the first joke I ever wrote. Not the first joke, but that was like my intro, my like I didn't have a joke when I first moved out to LA to start my set with. Yeah. And I needed like a lot of guys go, look at me, I know what you're thinking. Barney Rubble fucked a clown or whatever. Yeah. And you're like, he does look like that.
That's always a good one.
Yeah. Bert.
I bet there was probably a time when like Albert was like the sexy name too. Like Albert the First was probably like, oh, Albert.
Yeah.
You know, it's probably like really hot.
Yeah. It's not now. Oh, you never meet an Albert now.
You never want. I don't think. No offense, but like Sandra, I couldn't. I feel like that's like Beatrice, Gloria.
I had a joke about. I wish they had strip clubs where they showed different eras of women.
Oh my God.
And so they were like, ladies from the 1800s, put your hands together for Martha. That's like 1800. Her colony calls her a witch, and you're going to find out why.
Oh
Martha.
My God.
If you don't like her stripping, just throw apples at her at the stockade. Martha.
You're a genius. And she'd come out and just show her ankle.
Yeah, she'd be
It'd
like,
be age appropriate.
And they didn't know how to dance back then?
I bartended at a strip club. So I had to hear the DJ say that shit all the time.
What did you wear?
Welcome to the stage. I wore like a full blazer and like black pants. Because the bartenders get to be like real
people,
classy. Yeah, I guess real people. I mean, it was so fucked up because we could drink there, and I had a bank because you're at a strip club, so everyone wants like ones. So I had a bank of $5,000 in one thing. So I would.
Oh, because everyone wants ones. Yeah.
And everyone pays in ones, and it's like so I would our system wasn't like some easy shit either, and the tabs would be huge. They'd be like 800, 900, whatever. Yeah. So at night I would have like 3 shots, and I would fucking never know what number I was on. It was so stressful.
Do you drink much now?
Like once a week. Like I'll go out once a week, but I'll make it good.
But when you drink, do you get like drunk or do you just get like Like 2 drinks.
I get buzzed, but I'm never like blackout. Like I know where I am all the time, but I like to party. Like I really do like to party. I like to go to Coachella and like feel the whole experience.
Have you gone to Burning Man?
Not yet, but I want to.
Yeah.
I'm a little scared. I just, that 27 where you might die. I just got to get through. When I'm like 28, I'll go to Burning Man.
Look, if I made it to 46, you're definitely making it to 28. Okay.
I don't know. I can have fun too. Rolling Stone doesn't know, but
Uh-oh.
We have someone in the studio.
I think someone's here with their dog.
Hey.
Hello, how are you doing?
Just a casual show.
Yeah, what else?
I don't know what else. I could talk to you for hours.
I could talk to you forever. I can't wait to get you on Open Tabs.
Let's fucking do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Wait, speaking of, I'll just do one more. The other day, because we were talking about YouPorn. So sometimes you have friends in Hollywood that go into porn. Especially as a girl. Like maybe I do.
Yeah.
Like
I don't have any
sometimes
friends that ever went into porn.
every now and then I do. And
Yeah.
like someone will go into porn. It's not like this thing. It's just like, oh shit.
Who? Tell me who.
I don't want to tell you the name. Because it's like someone I know and knows me, but it's like,
Yeah.
But so I saw it on Twitter because all these people follow. Does that happen to you? Like some people follow a porn star and then the porn pops up.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can't unfollow you because I support you as my homie.
Yeah, of course.
So I follow these fucking porn stars. And one of them had this video that I guess, you know how they clip them together to where like you have to watch the porn?
Yeah.
I had to watch it. And I fucked around and like signed up for a membership on a
Wait,
porn
what
site.
the...
Yeah.
I
had to watch it. I had to watch it.
Wait,
and it
shut
was
up.
like, I was like, oh, 1 day trial, $199. Like, I just have to see this. And I watch porn. So I was like, I have to fucking watch this. Watched it. Felt so fucking disrespectful that I put in my own credit card for this fucking website. And then I called. They don't let you out of it. Okay?
Oh, no. It's so hard to cancel.
No, you can't email. You can't press cancel. You can't do shit. You have to fucking call.
Yeah.
Which is genius because no one wants the shame of having to call and cancel a porn membership. And I had to call. And I'm Lindsay Payless. Like, it's not a big name, but someone fucking knows me.
Yeah.
Especially if you watch porn. Like, you might. I'm a close second.
By the way, if you're in porn, we definitely know who you are.
Yeah, you might know who I am.
If you're into porn, I've definitely seen you.
And my name is on my credit card.
You should get credit. You should almost like an introductory fee because there's times that people will watch your Instagram and they go, I'm just gonna watch porn.
That's true. I should have got it for free.
Yeah, you should get like a finder's fee.
Oh my God. So I had to fucking, I called to cancel. It took 3 calls and I was like, I need the confirmation email that it's canceled. Like I cannot have this like keep going. It was so fucking embarrassing and awkward. And they ask you why you're canceling. They don't just like let you. They're like, oh, can I ask why you're canceling? And I was like, there was just a video I had to see and I saw it. Like that's it. Like just confess. And then I gave my friends the login info because we had a month free of free porn.
Wait, what is it?
Yeah, exactly.
I was at dominatrix camp for a day, and I had worked with the
dominatrix camp.
Gimp.
What?
Like I was the one they tortured. I was the
oh my God
the slave.
Okay.
And so
casual.
Yeah, casual. But the lady, Mistress Isabella, she's really beautiful, great. You should have her on your podcast. She's still a dominatrix.
Okay.
Lives in LA, like one of the most popular dominatrixes around.
Oh wow.
She gave me a bunch of videos, and this is before you could go online like that. And I had never. This is before the internet was what it is.
Yeah.
I had never seen anything like that in my life, and now it's so run of the mill, just like run of the mill. And I was like, I mean, I miss that feeling of getting your wind knocked out of you by seeing something where you're like, what? Because you're so numb to everything
We are.
that you're like the first time I saw a vagina in a magazine, I was like probably 11 years old. And I didn't even know what I was looking at. I was like, wait, what is that?
Which magazine?
It was either Hustler or Penthouse. And I was like, was there a club? Was there a magazine called Club?
I'm sure there was something with a club.
And I remember this guy gave it to his dad's magazine, and he ripped out a page and gave it to me. He's like, take that home. And I was like, I remember examining it. I remember when you look through Vogue magazine and you'd see a nipple, and your heart would drop. You go,
oh, we had National Geographic. We had those at school, and that's what we'd pull out. We'd be like, "Oh my God, look at this!" And you'd write a note to your friend and go, "Page 37."
Dude, when we were in 9th grade, they brought in a video, hit play, and it was a naked woman on a table, and we're all boys Catholic high school. We're like, "Fuck yeah!" Like everyone's cheering, and they made us watch a 3rd trimester abortion.
Why?
Yeah, they made us. They were 3rd trimester. Just so you know, is where
right.
the baby's formed.
Yeah.
It was horrific.
That's awful. I've never seen that.
We went from cheering to very quickly, like, very somber, sad, like, and then the priest hit and he goes, that's abortion.
Wow, what a genius.
Gentlemen, that's abortion.
What a genius.
I've never been a part of one since. I mean, that's the last one I ever saw.
That's good.
But
I had
then
to see people
one of
having
my
a
buddies
baby.
has had 6, and so I guess it didn't work on him.
Yeah, I think it also depends on like the style of the the timing.
Yeah.
The timing can be like way off. Because I feel like the when most people go, you get a pill. It's almost like a strong plan B. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know anything about abortion.
Yeah, most people don't. Most people think it's always that, but it's not. It's actually a pill.
Really?
Yes, most people. The majority of people who go and seek an abortion,
You got to feel sick, right?
it's like a strong pill, like stronger than a Plan B.
Oh,
but it's
really?
essentially the same thing. It's not that. But man, a lot of legislation tries to make it the scary shit. But the scary shit is hopefully very rare.
I don't think they do that. I don't think they
shouldn't.
do that anymore unless
there's like a medical issue.
Horrific medical issue.
We saw a lady have a baby, and they had like in our school. So they had a film. It was like from the 70s. So she was like bushy as fuck, like curly, scrunchy, wet looking hair. And what I was shocked about was like the fluid.
Oh yeah.
Like there was like so much like fluid. It was like there was a water hose in her vag.
Oh yeah.
I'm not doing it. I don't think.
You don't think you'll have kids?
I don't know.
I was ready to be. I was ready to be a dad before I was like ready to be a husband. I wanted to be a dad. Like I was like, oh, I'm going to be a dad. This will be great. But I was not prepared for birth, man.
No?
I didn't know what an episiotomy was.
What is that? That's the thing in their spine?
No, an episiotomy is when the doctor takes a pair of scissors and turns your taint into a tisn't. Just snip. And
What do you mean? Oh, he cuts that?
Yeah, he cuts your.
I've never heard of this.
It's called an episiotomy. It freaks me out so bad.
And they stitches back up right after while you're holding the baby?
Yeah, it stitches it back up.
Sick.
And sometimes my wife's episiotomy scar will hurt her.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it's
God.
just-
I've actually never known this term or word ever.
Yeah, episiotomy. I thought we were ordering Italian food. I was like, hey, episiotomy. Hey. And he was like, ooh, I did it in one of my bit was like, he goes, who's ready for a baby girl? And I'm like, I'm ready for a baby girl. He's a Jamaican guy, Dr. Stephen Gray, out of Cedar Sinai.
I'm like in pain.
And then he grabbed a pair of scissors, and I thought he was going to cut my daughter's hair because you see it crowning, and he just went snip.
You saw it?
I watched it, and it went just opened up like a turkey, like a inside out. And I was like, ah.
My face. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm going to take one that's pre-made.
Well,
I would like a
some
pre-made
women would rather tear. I would rather get it cut than tear.
Yeah, probably. I would rather do whatever.
My wife tore on the second one.
Oh my God.
On the second one, she tore.
I didn't even know this was a thing.
My asshole's hurting now.
Yeah, no, I'm literally in so much pain thinking about it.
Yeah, it's aggressive. Birth is no joke.
And back when people in like the 1800s, they didn't have shit. Dude, you had to like chew on a towel.
When my mom had they go
Drink
to
whiskey.
the river. When my mom had a baby, they didn't even have sonograms. They didn't have mammogram or like the sonic or like.
You're like, I guess it's a baby.
Just like you're getting it's either a tumor or a baby. Either way, eat whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom and I think they put them out entirely. They just knocked them out and cut them out of you. Yeah. They in Africa, and not Africa, but in South Africa, they don't have natural childbirth. It's too expensive.
What do they do?
Everyone gets a C-section. So I went. I did a story on stage about my wife having a baby and natural childbirth, and they were like horrified that people would let that happen. Horrified. And then I was like, people would come up to me after the show and they go, "You let them do that to your wife?" Mm-hmm. I was like, "Yeah, it's very normal in LA. No pain pills. Just do it."
Yeah, it is normal.
Yeah, and
yeah, a
they're
lot
like,
of people go for it.
They're like, "You guys are animals."
That's some savage shit.
I was like, "Really?"
That is some savage.
My wife's a gangster with that shit. She had 2 kids.
Yeah.
The joke I used to say is, can you imagine? I can't even imagine staying sober for 9 months, let alone at the end of 9 months, some doctor comes in, cuts off your dick, sews it on sideways, and goes, "There you go. Enjoy pissing on the wall, Pink Floyd."
Stop.
Yeah.
And then someone crying. And a little baby crying on top. And
I
latching
cried.
onto your nipple.
I cried so hard when Georgia was born that I'm not exaggerating in one bit. I cried so hard that the doctor started crying, the nurses started crying. Watching me cry.
Cute.
The anesthesiologist grabbed my camera and started taking pictures of me with the baby, and then Dr. Gray said, "Let's go tell the grandparents, huh?" And I said, "Yeah." And so we walked out with Georgia and the baby and the nurses and the doctors. Anesthesiologist got my camera, turned off the lights, and left my wife in the delivery room in a puddle of shit and piss with stitches in her vagina in the dark.
You
for
stole the show.
35 minutes. I was like, where the fuck is Leanne? And then I went back and she's shivering in her room. They had a shift change. And so someone just turned the lights out and she was in the dark just for 35 minutes, nothing.
Your poor wife.
Oh.
She sounds like a saint.
She's great. Yeah.
With butterflies. Oh my
Yeah.
God, this was fun.
This is a blast. I could do this. You're a really natural interviewer.
Oh my God, thanks.
You really are. It's not.
I have some kind
it's
of
not
talent.
forced. I'm so glad because, podcasting, the art form is so such a. It really is just you're in someone's ear and you shouldn't feel like it's produced or
Right.
overthought. And you're so natural at it.
Thanks. I literally was so excited because I have so much shit going on. I'm like, let me just come in here and turn off. Because this for me is like turning off. It's actually not being on.
Well, let me get some of my friends on the podcast. I got to get Tom Segura on here.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'll start hooking you up with my friends so you can start getting more comics in here because I think you're in the same circle as all of us. We're all in the same circle, and yeah,
And they make my shit funnier.
You're naturally very funny.
Thanks.
So yeah.
Thank you for telling me to do a podcast, A.
No, of course. I'm glad you're doing it.
And thanks for coming on. So tell everyone all the stuff you've got going on because I think you have World Domination.
No, I have a tour. Body Shots World Tour starts January 10th. And every show sold out. And we've added second shows. Most of those second shows are sold out.
Cool.
We've added third and fourth shows in some markets. We're in Europe and then Australia. And then we'll be doing another leg in the fall in bigger theaters, bigger venues.
Fuck yeah.
But and I have my cooking show on online just called Something's Burning. My podcast is the Bertcast. I got Open Tabs, which you're going to come on.
So much shit.
Yeah. You know what? My whole thing is free content.
Yeah.
Put out free content, let people find me, and then just come out, pay to see me live. That's all.
That's it.
That's what I do.
All you
That's what
gotta
I
do.
do the best. The only thing I'd ever charge you for is my stand-up.
Yeah.
And then my special on Netflix is called Secret Time. That's streaming now, and my previous special will be streaming in February. They're going to release that on Netflix as well.
You're so fucking famous. I can't take it.
I'm not fucking famous.
I didn't even know he was famous a few years ago. Yeah, you're fucking famous.
I wasn't famous when I met you.
He's fucking famous. But anyway, yeah, go check it out. The specials are fucking hilarious.
Lindsay, I'm
Buddy
so proud
show.
of you. This is really
Thanks.
awesome. You're
Okay.
killing it. You're killing it.
Yay. Okay, thank you guys so much for being on another episode of Eyes Up Here. Hopefully it doesn't take me a long time to come back to you. We'll talk soon. Bye.